Hey guys, welcome to our channel. So today I'll be playing Stories: The Path of Destinies. This is going to be a 5-part guide into how to unlock all 4 truths and also to get the final ending. Please leave any feedbacks or comments below, give me a like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, just leave it below. Thanks for watching everyone, and let's get started.
The infamous rover Reynardo plundered the floating isles. Then his mother called him to her deathbed. "Swear to me that you won't die on the gallows," she rasped. Reluctantly, he swore. And he whiled away his days at home with music, cards, and wine. But the Emperor had changed. He'd been good once, a shy, almost humble toad. He'd built universities. Then people started whispering about mass graves in the woods, midnight rituals, victims screaming. The Imperial Ravens would round up entire villages, and no one ever returned. The Ravens had come to Ubar scouting for ancient books said to be of great power. But the librarians had hidden the books, so they'd burnt the librarians. The citizens, outraged, had driven them off. The Ravens had come back with dropships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave and dumb and wanted to join the rebellion. And Reynardo had promised his mother he'd protect him.
So this game is quite interesting game in the sense where you travel through well, not really travel through time, but you live through the experience, and then once you die you go back into the past, where you can make different choices, and different choices results in different endings. Apparently there's like 23 endings in this game, and I'm not going to play through all the endings. I'm only going to play through 4, and then we're going to just go straight for the final endings. If you guys want to watch me play and obtain all
The kid
endings,
was looking
let me
down,
know.
watching his city burn. "Sorry, kid," Reynardo told the kid. "Look, if we give them the book, they'll leave you alone." "My mother died for this book!" "I promised her I'd protect you." "Oh, damn it." The kid had run off. With the book, of course. So Reynardo had to run after him.
So we are going to run after him. So our current objective is to protect Peter, and we're going
The
to
two ravens
encounter
were
some
staring
ravens.
at the kid like he was their dinner, which probably was what was in their tiny brains. "Hey," Reynardo said. They cocked their heads at him. "Pick on someone as ugly as you." Wait, that didn't come out right. "For the Emperor!" The ravens cawed and rushed at him.
So square is attack. And then it's teaching you how to counter. So when they're about to attack, you just use the direction. So when you see the exclamation mark, that's when you point your...
A dropship flew overhead. He hoped they hadn't noticed him.
That's when you point your joystick towards the exclamation mark. And then and that's just how it works.
Oh, right. The Gate of Heroes. Someone's idea of a joke, making the Skyship docks a gated community. You needed a hero's sword to open it. And the kid was on the other side of the gate. "Who let you through? Promise me you'll take the book to the rebels, or I'm gonna steal your ship." "I'm not taking that damn book anywhere, and neither are you." "Try and stop me," laughed the kid. "I bet you don't even have a hero's sword." And with that, the kid hopped away. Had to hand it to the kid. He was an idiot, but he had guts. Where was Reynardo going to get a hero sword?
So we're gonna do some
Oh,
crafting now.
and wind essence? Perfect.
And we're gonna craft a hero sword.
A hero sword. QED. This is what he got for settling down and finding people to care about. The kid's mum had been a swell cook, and she'd laughed at Reynardo's jokes, even when he didn't know he'd made one. And then the ravens had come to burn her. And she'd made him promise to protect the kid. But she never told him where the book was, just the kid. He came up to a ledge. It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there? And there was Peter, giggling at him. "How'd you get across?" he asked the kid. "Where'd you find a hook?" "I hopped," said the kid. Wise-ass kid. "Hey, look out behind you!" "Cute," said Reynardo. Ah, ravens.
Okay, so we're gonna fight against these ravens.
It was time to talk some sense into the kid. Just hook his way across the ledge and chase the kid down. Thing was, he hadn't used his hook since he'd retired. Damn it. Maybe if he meditated at that altar there, he'd remember his old skills.
So there's actually a skills-based system here where you can upgrade skills as you level up.
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot, like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember. And there was the Farfarer. She was the fastest ship he'd ever known. She could do the Kestra run in 12 furlongs. Oh, so the salesman had told him. And something told him the kid was about to walk into an ambush. "Stop!" he shouted. "I'm not giving you the book!" shouted the kid, and took off. "No! Peter!" The kid ran for it, and a goggler nailed him with its eye beam.
Oh no, poor kid. So we can actually
Book was
destroy these
unburned.
boxes.
Next to it were the buckles from the kid's shoes, and a kid-sized pile of ashes. Damn it. Why hadn't he lied and told the kid he'd take the book to the rebels? The kid would be alive now. Really pissed off and betrayed, but alive. Oh, damn it. Reynardo picked up the book. He couldn't let the Empire have it now. He was going to have to get it out of there. He'd be a wanted man. Probably have to join the rebellion just to have a place to dock. Well, he'd hated home life anyway.
So the reason why you smash boxes is so you can get ores and health, but I'm full health, so there's really no need.
What was the big deal about this book anyway? Maybe he should open it and find out. All that had been years ago. How many? The war was a blur, and now 3 Raven scout ships were chasing him. "Where are you running, rebel?" cawed the Raven captain over the loudhailer. Reynardo could see them cranking up their catapults. "Just going out for milk?" Reynardo yelled back. "Where can you run?" laughed the Raven horribly. Far behind him, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands of Imperial ships. The fleet was doing a thorough job. "Take us to the rebel base, and we'll spare your life!" it cawed. The entire jury-rigged rebel fleet was only a few islands to the east. Beyond that were only the pillars of heaven, a sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes. The rebellion was out of time, unless Reynardo could bring a game-changer. Maybe he could. Reynardo had found out where he could find the pieces of the Sky Ripper. the legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino had sent Reynardo a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Reynardo could only rescue him. Reynardo dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lapino or the Sky Ripper?
So the first truth is related to Lapino.
Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lapino always wiggled out of trouble, given time. But he was out of time. The Ravens had figured out that Lapino was a rebel spy. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse.
Yeah, as I was saying, Lapino is related to the first truth. I'm not gonna reveal what's the truth about, but you guys can find out if you guys keep watching. I'm gonna try and finish this as soon as possible. Hopefully I can finish it under an hour, which will be really great. But we'll just see how things go.
Apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen a winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens?
Okay, so we are going to go across, or maybe into the air.
This would be the perfect place for a tic-tac-toe board. The Ravens had taken the town. Reynardo had seen villages emptied like this. All the people taken away to be sacrificed in the Emperor's secret rituals. Reynardo hoped the people were just hiding.
So I actually do not have access to a lot of places at the moment. But after the first playthrough,
He wasn't that good. Yet.
I'll have most of the access to the other areas. So that was pretty
Ravens were landing everywhere.
easy.
The advance guard. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lapino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack. Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lapino. Where had the Mad Rabbit got to?
So I still have to collect chests so I can use it to make better weapons. Or else I wouldn't be bothered to collect the chests. Also,
It was starting to come back to him. Something
Also,
you never completely forgot. Like
different
how to freeze time when attacking.
weapons
The more he
allows
fought, the more he
different
probably remembered. Come over here.
yeah, and also different weapons give different I mean, I guess it opens or unlocks different doors, and hence why I still need to get a lot more ores or essence to help me unlock. So as we continue, we should be able to find Lapino, which is right here.
Dirty and bloody, Reynardo finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Reynardo recognized the cards. It was Lapino's favorite deck. Oh, I thought you were in danger. I am. The ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, see, this guard owed me 53 ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia. We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows, and that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who also happened to be a deadly sorcerer and, oh, his only daughter. That would be worth it. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power.
So we're gonna visit Zenobia.
Zenobia wasn't just the Emperor's daughter, of course. She'd been Reynardo's best friend in Sword Fu school. And you're still mad for her, the rabbit reminded him. They'd been close. She'd told him things no one else knew. But she'd never told him who she really was. She knows all the Emperor's plans, chuckled the master spy. She won't give them up easily. She'll tell the interrogators, all right, said Lapino. Taking her would change the game, all right.
So the game is actually quite wonderful, especially with the graphics and also, I guess, the gameplay and the leveling up systems and the crafting system. It's not as big as like the other game or similar games like Diablo or I don't know, any other games, action RPG games. I mean, look at it.
The city was already under Zenobia's control. I had to admire her efficiency. Reynardo shivered at the thought of Zenobia at the mercy of the interrogators. Could he really turn her over to them? But this was war. It wasn't meant to be pretty.
I mean, if you guys think about it, it's only like $15 to $20, and this game is actually worth more than that, I reckon. It's a good buy, definitely a good buy. But it also depends on what kind of games you guys like to play. I would say, you know, this is the game for you all.
We just agree to disagree, said Reynardo. No?
So this part is actually quite enjoyable. So I just need 3 more ores and I can craft a new
Reynardo hated
weapon.
gogglers, but it freaked him out to cut them.
Oh, oops, my bad. You don't actually get any EXP for killing them, but I just do it for the fun of it, I guess. So both of them will travel, I guess, north. So you just need to wait for the, like, I guess the picture of the person to shine, and then you can go.
So, what's this plan of yours? Use me as bait, said Lapino. And he outlined a slightly complicated plan that involved geese, a net, setting the Farfarer a little bit on fire, Lapino dressing as an old blind toad, and Reynardo hiding inside a monstrous watermelon. What could possibly go wrong? Thought Reynardo.
And that's correct. So we're gonna follow with Lapino's
Oh,
plan.
this is gonna be fun, said Lapino as he ran to go set up his marvelous plan.
So
If I craft a sword now, it's gonna be really short.
I actually just need some health. And then I'll just continue on. So this is like a
Reynardo
shortcut.
felt dubious about the whole plan. With every step, he was waiting for it all to go horribly wrong. But against all odds, Lapino's idiotic plan worked. Zenobia's ravens ran off after the geese, the net dropped, and Reynardo jumped out of the watermelon and put his sword to Zenobia's throat. Reynardo, she said, are those new scars? They look good on you. You never return my velvet jacket. It was my favorite. You look stupid in velvet. Oh, what does an imperial princess know about style? Oh, get a room, you two, said Lapino. But the fleet was coming on fast, so they put Zenobia on the Farfarer and took her east over the Nexus. She'd vanished from Swordfu School, from his life, without even saying goodbye, without ever telling him she was the Emperor's adopted daughter. Ah, Lapino was right, Reynardo thought reluctantly. She knows things. She recognized his look. You're taking me to the interrogators, aren't you? She said, wide-eyed. And then she jumped, with horror. Reynardo saw Zenobia plummeting. Then he saw the Nexus below them. Cats always land on their feet. Ah, she'll head for the Imperial outpost, yelled Lapino. You have to catch her.
So what we're going to do, we're going to go and catch her by jumping down all the way. And Fox can't fly, so I don't know how Reynardo will survive, but somehow he does.
Cats can run faster, but foxes can run longer. If he ran, he could head her off before she reached her minions at the outpost. Well, he did love a good chase.
So
A very clever engineer named Elon Muskrat had got his start making floating platforms. Not many people knew that.
we're going to go south or like north here, and there's actually a treasure chest which we can pick up. There's not a lot of items, and this would just teleport us back to the front, and then we're gonna go all the way up.
Who needed bridges anyway?
So this will be a really quick play for so there's gonna be a fight right here. It's gonna be an easy one. So this guy can like, so a best way to counter it is by hooking him and then attacking him. There we go. Okay, so instead of going right, actually we are going right. And instead of instead of going up deploying the device, we keep going to pick up this
I
chest.
wonder what I could make with all these sword crafting materials, thought Reynardo.
Now we are going all the way up.
He was closing on her. He could smell her fear. He tried not to think about the interrogators at the secret base. What did they do to her? Maybe it didn't have to end that way. Maybe he could talk to her. But, after all, there were worse things the Imperials had done to friends of his.
So we're going to craft.
Reynardo wondered what he could make with it.
Let's craft our hero sword to level 2. This sword will let us regenerate health, which will be quite useful down the track. There we go.
Reynardo reached the outpost. The Imperials there were no match for him. Soon after, Zenobia limped up the path. When she realized he was already in front of her, she didn't even try to run. Oh, you left without saying goodbye. Again, he said, "Please, I'm enjoying this a little too much." She said, shaken. "Oh, spare us the chit-chat, would you?" said Lapino as he shackled her hands so she couldn't throw spells. She knows all his plans. All the way back to the Farfarer, Lapino nagged Reynardo about how the interrogators would pry all the intel out of Zenobia. How that would turn the tides in the imminent battle. All they had to do was take her to the rebel secret base. Reynardo didn't like to think about what the interrogators would do to her. Couldn't he just talk to her?
So what we're going to do, we're going to just talk to her.
As they pulled away from the Nexus, Reynardo could see the fear in Zenobia's eyes. "I can't take her to those creatures at the base," he whispered to Lapino. "Ah, you've gone soft. Soft in the head. We captured her for what she knows. I'll take her to the mountains. Tell all the horrible things the Emperor's done. Yeah, believe me, she'll turn." And he turned the wheel. "The hell you will!" shouted Lapino, and he grabbed the wheel back from him. The two of them wrestled for control of the ship. It shot off like a mad sparrow. Suddenly, Reynardo was falling.
So what was I going to say? I forgot. Yeah, I really don't know what I was going to say. I was going to say something, but I forgot. I guess it's not really important. But anyway, we still got like...
When he came to, Zenobia was standing over him. "Why didn't you take me to the base to be interrogated?" she demanded. "Do you know what's left of people they interrogate? This is some trick, isn't it? To make me fall for you again. Well, I won't." "Oh, go on then. Scurry back to your ravens. I can't stop you." But strangely, she didn't. As Reynardo set off to find the Farfarer, she followed him, keeping just out of sight of the ravens. He was sort of yanking his own chain, wasn't he?
So there's a chest here. We leveled up again. Nice. This is really good.
Don't be shy.
So that was quite quick. I'm doing a pretty good job, I guess. So I think we can we go? Yeah, we can go this way. So we can unlock this room here. And it'll give us the opportunity to get a few more chests. Well, only one chest actually.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Oh, and two chests. Nice. Oh. Oops. Almost got a perfect, well, not really almost, but like,
As Reynardo stopped to sniff the wind, Zenobia came up, still mad. Did you really think you'd just talk me into betraying my father? Oh yeah, sure, that was exactly my plan. Then why aren't you even talking to me? Because I've never talked you into anything in my life. They're gonna court-martial you for letting me go. He caught a whiff of the Farfarer. Wet rope, tar, and a cask of Scobel ale he'd spilt last year. It was that way.
so we're gonna go up this way. And we just wait. It's actually quite a good idea to make you wait, because then you'll look at the graphics and like, wow, you know, it's not too bad. I mean, with the budget that they had, it's pretty good, honestly speaking. So, I think in the second playthrough, it wouldn't take so long to get. I mean, you go through more places before you can get up to the top. So let's keep going.
I wondered if he should have taken Zenobia to the rebel base for real. Maybe she wasn't playing him after all. After the bleak talk about the Emperor's dark secrets, he was regretting his suspicion. Sure enough, the Farfarer had crashed in some rocks. There was no sign of Lapino. Zenobia caught up. All that kid stuff in Swordfu school. And look, look, that's the past. We're adults now. We have duties to other people. And we have destinies. What are you talking about? And you are the most arrogant, slow-witted, light-fingered, mercenary, immoral, reckless. Run away with me, said Reynardo, and he realized he meant it. What? Just like that? She demanded. I will, if you will. So she kissed him. And it was the best kiss he'd ever had. They held hands as they boarded the Farfarer. Reynardo felt light-hearted, like the winds that were playing the rigging like a balalaika. But Lapino, I need to get back to Lapino, he said, suddenly realizing he could have been captured. A prisoner. He's not. How'd you know? He saw something in her eyes he didn't understand. He fell, didn't he? Into the abyss. She looked away, wouldn't answer. But then a bolt smashed through the Farfarer's keel. The broken ship plummeted out of the clouds.
I wonder what happened to Lapino. I'm sure you guys can guess. If not, have a guess. So this is the last chapter, and then we are pretty much done. I'm quite excited.
Reynardo picked himself off the deck. They were alive. "We have to get to my private ship," she said. "Do you trust me?" "I guess I must," he said. "You go on ahead. Clear the path," she said. "I can't kill my own soldiers." He wanted to say that he didn't trust her, that he had no idea what he was getting into. But he had no choice, did he? He was following his heart. That's what it means to be a hero. You had to follow your heart.
Follow your heart, everyone. So this is the last chapter for part 1. Hope you guys enjoy my playthrough / walkthrough. I know I haven't been talking too much, but I hope my awesome skills will leave you guys speechless. Not really, I guess. But
Reynardo felt like he was ready to learn new things. Thank goodness he didn't have to go to school for that.
I'm sure I'm doing pretty well. So there's a chest right here. Oh man, I thought I counted it. Guess not.
Where did that go to?
So we are going up into the sky, and we're gonna have a battle on a ship. It's pretty cool. Like, I really like how they have different maps for different chapters, but it's not all the time that the maps are different. It varies from bit to bit, I guess.
Felt like Tarzan.
So the bad thing is that after you counter one person, you can't really counter 2 people at the same time, which I find pretty unfair. But I guess you need to learn how to play in order to prevent that. So instead of countering, maybe you can just run away like this. So
that is how we do it.
that
Said
is
Reynardo to himself.
how we do it. So your health actually, your mana actually regenerates automatically.
It was strange to be so close to her. "What are you thinking?" he asked. "I'm trying very hard not to think." "Me too," he said. Up ahead, he could see the thin silver of Zenobia's personal ship. It looked fast. They would leave all this behind.
So we're gonna open this chest, and then we're gonna, oops. So it's actually like slow down once the other. Okay, I'll show you guys. So it's actually quite cool. So. So the reason why I use a hook and
Imagine if you built a house on one of these things. That would be amazing. It would be like having a boat.
reason why I do all that is so I can increase my style awesome. Or else it'll be like meh, or like great or normal, which is something that I don't want. You want to get as much XP as possible in order to win or in order to survive, because as you keep playing the creatures can get harder and harder and you won't have much time, or like your ability to survive will be quite low. So we're going to go over this way and we're going to go to the ship. This is the private ship and we're going to... oh, so these guys are actually quite hard to kill. They have a shield, and what you need to do, oh, you need to hold onto that and then knock them like this. So usually I try it and I don't know how to kill this guy. Oh, there we go. And that's it. Simple.
As they reached her ship, Reynardo suddenly felt a sharp pain in his stomach. He was surprised to see a crossbow bolt sticking out of it.
I was going to lead the Empire to our secret base, said Lapino. But no, you had to screw up my plan because you still got a thing for her.
Reynardo stared at Zenobia. The kiss, was it real? She said, with a look of indescribable sorrow. She gestured and said an arcane word, and Lapino went flying into the abyss, screaming, "I'm telling your father!" Then she knelt down to cradle his head, and her paws felt very soft and warm. Okay, that was weird. He could have sworn he just died. Instead, he was on the Farfarer, sailing away from Ubar. And it was still burning. He'd fled burning Ubar years ago, hadn't he? And now he was back there. Had all those years fighting the Empire been nothing but a vision into the future? A useful vision if it was true. He'd learned something. Lapino was a traitor. Reynardo had suspected there was something wrong with the Mad Rabbit. But now he knew there was malice behind his goofiness.
So that's the end, guys. Thanks for watching part 1. Please leave any feedback or comments below. Give me a like and subscribe. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to unlock the next truth, which is Zenobia's truth. So hope you guys enjoy and click the next video to start watching. Thanks for the support. Bye.